prepared yet.
You need to try and pick off the units as. Look at the shields on the Mars themselves.
Oh my god, the ball is going to take this.
Then hitting the main, then hitting the natural and the main at the same time, with drops just absolutely pushing Axslav to the brink of his multitasking capability.
And let's not forget as well how well he held off that so tasty Swiss cheese at the beginning there for Axslav. Axslav trying to put down the proxy gate, and just the way that ThorZaIn mitigated the damage. Beautiful. Just absolutely very well played, and congratulations to him.
Yeah, and if you guys enjoyed that, there is more IPL content at www.ign.com/IPL, and you can also sign up for any of the social media at the bottom left-hand corner of the screen. You should see links to that. It's at IGN Pro League, at Twitter, Facebook,
YouTube and Justin TV.
YouTube and Justin TV. And if you guys enjoyed our cast, be sure and check out me and Cat's Pajamas on Twitter. You can find me at twitter.com/PainUser.
And you can find me at twitter.com/CatsPajamasSC2.
So ThorZaIn taking it 2-zip. He will advance. Axslav will be sent to the losers bracket. Best of luck to both players, and we will be coming at you guys with more games in just a bit here, so stay tuned.
At all quite yet. Let's see where he actually sends this. Oh, he's going to build his barracks first. So that means that gateway number 1 is going to be done.
Oh, he's just going with a single gateway.
Well, let's find out here. So he's not actually going to put up 2 gateways, which is kind of surprising a little bit. Looks like he's going into pro production after this, so may want to try to find a way to transition out of this after he does economic damage. But that means he's not going to have all that many units, and ThorZaIn will have the possibility coming back. Uh-oh, ThorZaIn scouting around. He scouts to the left.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh.
Not checking. What? Oh, and it looks like we do have some movement
There
going on.
it
He does.
is.
He scouts it out. ThorZaIn being so thorough right now. Finds the gateway going up in his base. Cancels the gas. Throws down a second barracks. And wow, such great scouting from ThorZaIn. Just crossing his T's, dotting his I's, knows exactly what's going on.
Look at the positioning.
Off with the gas right now. ThorZaIn, I can't help but thinking that he will be able to hold this off, actually dropping a supply depot on the right-hand side
is so good.
and completing the wall. This is just absolutely brilliant right here. Axslav, seeing this, must not be happy with the situation.
Nope, not at all. As soon as he puts up the supply depot here over to the left, and he will. This Marine's going to come out and stop the Zealot from being able to get in, and the Zealot will actually make its way in, but being walled in with a bunch of SCVs, ThorZaIn is holding this so well.
Yeah, he's holding this beautifully, and he is also going to finish that second Rax. Now that that second Rax is up, he will be able to double pump Marines. He will assuredly reach a count in Marines that will just overwhelm the amount of Zealots that are currently in the base, and he will probably be able to do a push after that and inflict some damage on ThorZaIn's base. Axslav trying to get a little bit of damage done where he can, might pick off this SCV. No, ThorZaIn 100% on top of things is bouncing that SCV in and out and preventing any, well, he does lose it right there, but was preventing any swipes from the Zealots from finishing it off. And now we do have a gas going down for ThorZaIn, and he's also going to need another supply depot here in a little bit, up to 24 supply right now, and we have a stalker on the way from Axslav. So he has been teching back at his base, he has been mining gas, he has built up his probe count, and we're going to have to see where this goes from here.
Yep, absolutely. So this refinery does finish completion, but it looks like the supply depot will go down, but such a nice job by ThorZaIn to go ahead and continue this wall. He is holding this here for so long, will have to cancel that eventually, but prevented those Zealots from doing any significant economic damage for quite a while. Now there are so many Marines out that ThorZaIn should be in just fine position to go ahead and hold the rest of this off. The pylon on the low ground did go down, so now this gateway is not going to be able to produce anything. Axslav has to retreat, producing a forge at this point, so he can secure his natural expansion, trying to expand out of this. But I mean, that was almost as good as you could have expected out of ThorZaIn. Beautiful hold.
At one point, fully walling off his mineral line, preventing any Zealots from coming in whatsoever. Doing that at the same time, killing the pylon, powering the gateway, forcing Axslav into a defensive situation where he's forced to drop a forge and 2 cannons, and you never want to be in that situation against a Terran player. Oftentimes, Protoss players never having to use cannons against Terran unless they're worried about several Banshees hitting different spots
right
at the same time or something of that nature. And those 2 cannons are going to go up just in the nick of time. Axslav pulling some probes just to be sure that the Marines can't do some sort of a run by or anything like that. The gateway is going to go down in ThorZaIn's base. He'll finally clear that up. And now ThorZaIn adding quite a few Raxes here and also taking his natural expansion. So it looks like, and this is what I love about a game between 2 great players, there was some aggressive cheese early on, but ThorZaIn, well-versed in dealing with this build, I'm sure, scouted it out, responded perfectly, and now we have transitioned out of the cheese phase, and both players are going into a macro style.
Yep, absolutely, and macro style to the max as ThorZaIn is going to his 3rd base at the same time, so actually constructing 2 command centers at this point, and that's pretty good response. Had needed to do something with all those excess minerals anyway. Gonna drop it into another expansion as he puts down an engineering bay and eventually more unit-producing structures. Axslav still finds himself significantly behind, though. The worker count is in his favor, 27 to 24, but he has only 1 unit-producing structure. He's only now started warp gate technology. He doesn't really have anything out as far as tech. He's had to invest in static defenses for quite a while, so Axslav really has to do quite a bit to try and get his way back into this, because ThorZaIn is going to be able to outproduce him, macro him, and it's going to be rough. I mean, it is on Axslav at this point, though, to make something happen.
Yeah, most definitely. He is going to be way behind in production. He's going to be way behind. Well, I wouldn't say that Axslav is necessarily behind right now, because he did force ThorZaIn to not expand for quite some time. He got his Nexus up before ThorZaIn's eventual 2nd CC, but the key here, the kicker, is ThorZaIn's 3rd orbital that's already on the way and just about to complete. Axslav now getting a 3rd Nexus. Both players kind of, banking on the fact that the opponent is not going to anticipate this heavy macro style, and both kind of playing a very similar style, making similar decisions, but with the opposite race.
Yep, absolutely. So all signs pointing towards a nice 45-minute macro game. So I hope you guys are buckled in and ready to go, and you have your popcorn ready, because we could be in for the long haul here. Let's see, though. ThorZaIn, he does have that 3rd base starting to produce. He's using that for mules and SCVs. Well, would be using it for mules if you would call one down at this point. He's starting to go after those destructible rocks. This is Old Shakuris, once again, to let you guys know. So there are destructible rocks at the back of the main, and he'll drop down this command center in this nice little smiley face expansion. And Axslav, on the other hand, does have his Dark Shrine coming up, but ThorZaIn in the past has shown that he's pretty prepared for situations like that. He already has the missile turret in place for that DT follow-up.
One thing that's really interesting is ThorZaIn's choice for a 3rd expansion here. It's actually might either help him or hurt him, and I know you can pretty much say that about anything, but I think it might actually help him. He will be expanding to the smiley face expansion as his 3rd, and if he continues down that route and breaks the rocks heading over towards Axslav's 3rd, he can launch a push down the bottom of the map and eventually clear out Axslav's 3rd. So probably not the best choice for a 3rd from Axslav, but then again, he didn't know that ThorZaIn was going for that very quick 3rd expansion at the bottom middle. So it's going to be interesting to see if ThorZaIn scouts Axslav's 3rd expansion out and how Axslav will respond if he sees ThorZaIn's expansion in the bottom middle. Either player could have a bunch of various tactics to deal with this, but my most logical from ThorZaIn would just be to continue with the push down the bottom side of the map and clear everything for Axslav out of there.
Yep, absolutely. And let's see here, though. ThorZaIn is just producing a bunch of upgrades. He does have level 1 armor coming up. Is he done with weapons? Yes, he is. Combat shield's about to finish along with concussive shells, and queuing up a big drop, and if he goes down along the bottom right, this is going to be devastating for Axslav. Now, Axslav is finishing a couple of pylons down there, so he'll be able to warp in units, but we'll see how much he's actually able to do. Oh, no! ThorZaIn walks away at just the wrong time. Axslav is going to be able to make his way into the base. Damage being done to this DT, but oh wow, actually, wonder why he went ahead and spent a scan right away. And down at the bottom right, he does have a drop coming in. There are a few stalkers and a DT being warped in at the same time, but ThorZaIn is doing so much damage right away. He needs to back up. He does throw down the scan, needs to target down the Dark Templar, and does it? Okay, he gets it. There we go. And the Stalker is going to fall as well, which means just yet more units have to be warped in to take care of this.
He's also killing so many probes here at Axslav's third. I don't know. Ooh, and he does get the medevac. Although Axslav getting so much out of this drop. He's already killed 3 Stalkers, a Zealot. 4th Stalker is starting to get weakened here. 4th Stalker is going to go down, and so many probes. 2nd Zealot. Wow, this drop is just working wonders for ThorZaIn right now. Getting so much out of this, and he's also going to hit the main at the same time. Axslav not ready for this. Going to lose all of his sentries, and oh my goodness, picking up the units that were going to for sure die at the opposite end of the force field, and now he's going to probably push up into the main. No, he's going to head down to Axslav's third, and once he takes out Axslav's third, he will be in such a good position to win this game.
Yep, absolutely. One last stim comes out. If those Zealots get any closer, though, both the Marauders are going to die, and they do. So Axslav now, he is reinforcing with a DT, but here are the rest of the forces for ThorZaIn. Puts down the scan, and it looks like a DT is going to die. However, Axslav has another pylon ready, so he can warp in some more DTs if he so desires. Indeed, there is one coming up. The next stim comes in from ThorZaIn, doing so much damage to all of those bioforces, and this Nexus is going to fall. When that base falls, that is going to be devastating to Axslav, putting him on just 2 bases. And man, now finding himself farther and farther behind.
Yeah, I don't know how or if Axslav can recover from this. He is in an absolutely terrible situation. He's back against the wall, and he's actually trying to kill the rocks to ThorZaIn's third. I'm not sure if he wants to do that right now. Maybe just making use of those probes because he can't get them out of there. ThorZaIn has remained at Axslav's third, and we do have a drop going off the main here. It looks like 2 medevacs unloaded a bunch of units, and they are killing quite a bit. Able to take out that cannon. Gonna kill these 2 DTs. No, actually, not gonna kill both those DTs, but killing so many probes. Axslav now forced to pull off of mining, and things are just getting dicier and dicier for Axslav.
Yep, absolutely. Down 55 probes. That's 69 SCVs that are up for ThorZaIn. ThorZaIn as well has the much more well-developed army. He is way up in supply, up by about 56 at this point. He is moving in with that Bioforce. Once again, he's going to take out the natural expansion for Axslav. I mean, Axslav can keep bringing in DTs all he wants, but with 3 orbital commands going to a 4th, that's actually going to be a planetary fortress. ThorZaIn is going to have plenty of energy to spend on these scans, so really no fear there at all. And Axslav is forced to GG, so ThorZaIn advances into winners round number 2 here at the IPL Season 2 tournament.
Yeah, what a great game. So well played by ThorZaIn, dropping all over the place. Hitting the third, then hitting the main, then hitting the natural and the main at the same time with drops, just absolutely pushing Axslav to the brink of his multitasking capability.
And let's not forget as well how well he held off that oh so tasty Swiss cheese at the beginning there for Axslav. Axslav trying to put down the proxy gate, and just the way that ThorZaIn mitigated the damage. Beautiful. Just absolutely very well played, and congratulations to him.
Yeah, and if you guys enjoyed that, there is more IPL content at www.ign.com/IPL, and you can also sign up for any of the social media at the bottom left-hand corner of the screen. You should see links to that. It's at IGN Pro League, at Twitter, Facebook,
YouTube, and Justin TV.
YouTube and Justin TV. And if you guys enjoyed our cast, be sure and check out me and Cat's Pajamas on Twitter. You can find me at twitter.com/PainUser.
And you can find me at twitter.com/CatsPajamasSC2.
So ThorZaIn taking it 2-zip. He will advance. Axslav will be sent to the losers bracket. Best of luck to both players, and we will be coming at you guys with more games in just a bit here, so stay tuned.